Hello everyone, my voice is still going. Oh my goodness, I do like 3 of these at a time. I try to do all my filming of these readings like within 2 days, so I'm just really afraid I'm not going to have a voice for my shorts. Whoops. Okay, so I pulled 4 cards here. This is my little mini bitty tarot deck. I like it because it's kind of purple and gold. It's a very simple color palette, so I can't really go with a lot of colors in it, but I basically asked what the situation was, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And I have 1 oracle card over here for you. It's funny because the Ten of Swords, this one came out first, and I was like, who got drunk? That's the first thing that came to mind. Because, you know, Ten of Swords, people think, oh no, it's Ten of Swords, it's so bad. No, somebody, like, got drunk until the sun came up. So, the sun's coming up and they're passed out because they've had way too much. So I don't know, you know, who went to the kegger, but... And you might be a fire sign because I'm a fire sign, but the Queen of Wands, this person, I feel like this is a really popular person. And if you're very popular and maybe you like to party, I kind of get the sense that some of you might be in college, but, or you could have in your past been kind of a partier person, but I don't really see a situation other than maybe you had a little too much to drink and you're like, man, I missed out on some things because I got drunk and passed out. But I'm like, who got drunk? It's like, you're done because you had like, how many, do you have like 10 shots or what? Listen, like, it's all fun and games, but you really got to be, you know, until somebody gets sick, you need to be careful. Like, if you're a partier, great, like, have fun, but drinking is not all that. I mean, it can lead you to binge drinking and becoming an alcoholic and all that. And even if it can't, it really puts on the weight, guys. I mean, drinking will put on the weight and it will give you the worst hangover and you're sick all the time and you can't drive. And if you do, you get in big trouble. You shouldn't be. And, you know, it can cause a lot of problems and you end up like blacking out and missing most of your youth or most of your time at these parties because you're drinking a little bit too much. There's always somebody that partakes a bit too much. So maybe change up things and like kind of cut back. It's great to be the party person, but you don't really want to, you don't really want that. I mean, I see that you're just like a very creative, happy person. This Queen of Wands, like, she's Miss Popular. She's very popular and, you know, people love the Queen of Wands because she's just fun. So I can see you have a little bit too much fun. And you're generally, the sun over here is telling me how joyful you are. And the sun, again, is telling me that this could be a fire sign for sure. You fire signs have a lot of fun. So you're having fun, but maybe a little bit too much. I kind of get the sense that you partied too hard and you're realizing that you need to kind of cut back. So because I feel like we're going through this and, you know, I'm getting the idea of who you are with these cards and how joyful and happy you are. But then the Hermit came out. I wasn't planning to draw a 4th card, guys, but this is telling you to go within. This is your Virgo card over here. You got to go within. And because you notice that everybody is kind of everybody's looking this way. Even this guy's like fallen this way. He's passed out towards the future. And so the Hermit's saying, whoa, 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 turn around, going, hey, look at what you've done. Look at, if you feel like you're starting to miss out on connections with people and you're partying so hard that you don't remember, you know, who you partied with or what you did, what you drank and ate, or if you took any kind of pills. Like, you don't want to get to the point where you don't remember anything at all because you don't want anybody robbing you or taking advantage of you in any kind of horrible way. It would not be your fault, but I would not trust people because people don't, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are creeps and they would take advantage of somebody that is under the influence. So I'm just like, please take care of yourself and be safe if you're going out there. Make sure you have like, you know, use the buddy system. If you're going to drink, be careful with that. And you don't want anybody spiking your drink either. This goes for men or women. And I'm being completely gender fluid here because it can happen to either. I know that generally it happens to women more, but there's a lot of men who don't say anything because they don't communicate when these things happen. It's kind of a shameful thing for them, and they're not raised to really be in touch with their feelings a lot. So a lot of guys won't come forward if something has happened to them or if they feel uncomfortable with a situation, because it's not the norm. And it happens a lot. And so I feel bad if it's happened to you. If anybody it's happened to, I am sorry. I don't think that anything like this has happened to me, at least alcohol-wise. But I've had people, try to take advantage of me just in dating and different things. So it's a scary situation. Sorry, I'm trying to get a drink. I am really losing my voice. So the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. That's not here. The 10 of Wands would be lifting that burden. I don't see that here, but I see that that's what you want. You want the 10 of Wands. But you want it in a way of like, you've been carrying this with you. Like, you're realizing that you're partying too hard. You're like, man, I don't remember. And I think that you're getting to this point where you're like, I'm older now. I actually want to make some solid connections. I want to be able to partake without forgetting who I am. You want to remember the conversations you have with people. You want to remember what you did and said, because some people, they just get blackout drunk, and some people will fight. They get violent. They get rude. I mean, you have no idea. Some people, you wake up and people telling you were an asshole last night. You don't even know. So that's something to watch out for too, because some people don't realize how their temperament changes with alcohol or drugs. It's a lot different. So please be careful about that. But the Hermit is telling you to go within. The Hermit's saying, hey, like, it's time for some self-reflection. Look at yourself. If you want to make these changes and you're hoping for that, it's time. If you don't want to be drinking that much, start prepping ahead. Like, if you're going to go and drink, you need to start setting some boundaries. You need to set limits for yourself. No, I'm not going to do 10 shots. That's crazy. It's not going to make you popular, but it doesn't matter. Don't let peer pressure talk you into anything. You can still be great. I think people are going to really like that you're, doing less. If you're drinking less and you're having more connection with people and like playing games and enjoying yourself in conversation, that's going to be way better than you drinking. Because instead of people going chug, 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 you don't need that. You don't need that. I'm telling you. So whatever it is, limit yourself. You're a great person. You're very happy. Stay that way. Stay that way, but you don't need it. People like you just as you are because you're phenomenal. You've got a great personality, sense of humor, and you're outgoing. Very, I was going to say external, but it's not. I mean, I'm extroverted. There you go. Extroverted. Because I tend to be an introverted Leo, but you extroverts are phenomenal. People love you. They flock to you. So you don't need to impress them with drinking or anything like that. Or you don't have to be the one to set the trends in the wrong direction. In fact, you standing up and going, you know what? I think I'm not going to partake tonight. Or, you know what? I'd rather have like a cocktail or just a beer, one beer. If you think it's too much and you need to cut it out completely, then just have water. But if you think you could learn to control it, well, then moderate. That's all I'm saying. You can moderate. You can learn. Some people just always drink too much, and it's like, just cut back. It's a fine line between, the people that drink and they know what they can handle versus the people that just can't handle it at all and they just go straight into alcoholism. It's just a dangerous game. I've had my share of some drinking and stuff myself, but I don't think I've ever gone like too crazy. And the few times I've gotten sick, I've been like reminded, like, okay, nope, no, that's because I mixed this and this and I shouldn't have. You learn your lesson real quick. Let me tell you, I learned my lesson. It took 2 or 3 times to learn my lesson, but I learned it. And it was 2 or 3 different times, to be fair, because I thought I was being okay the first time. I was being safe and had a ride, and several of those times. So I always try to plan ahead. But, I mean, it's kind of a simple reading, like just self-reflect. This is your inner guidance. You know what you need to do. If you're sitting here feeling a certain way, go with that feeling. Go, you know what? I'm going to start cutting back. I'm going to start doing my best to like really talk to people And you know what? I'd rather sit here and have conversations and laugh with people and remember it the next day. And I don't know who this is for, but those of you watching, this is your confirmation. If you know, like, you're feeling a certain way, or maybe you said something or did something outlandish that came back to you through other people, and now maybe some people are upset with you. You could have trashed somebody's place because you got too drunk, or, you know, you could have upset people because, you know, you mouthed off to them. And you don't know. This is not the way you would act when you're sober. You're a lot more respectful when you're sober. So it's time to make those changes. So this is your confirmation. Make those changes. Go with it. You will not regret it. And it's kind of funny that you pulled this card. I'm using the Secret Language of Color cards. And you got number 10, Burgundy, Awaken Your Passion. In this case, awakening your passion is... This is not, you actually got a drink. So, that's kind of funny, that you would get that. That's not telling you to drink, but I kind of feel like with this color card is telling you to wake up. You're awakening your passion for what? For people, for being yourself, sitting in your own authenticity, for deepening those connections with friends, and enjoying the food and the drink for what it is, rather than just drinking to like go numb and forget everything. You don't want to do that. Or doing it because it's popular and everybody's like cheering you on. Like we don't want that. That's too much. So I think this is just kind of like your warning to cut back. And I can relate 10 back to like the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Or no, I said the Chariot. The Chariot's the progress you're going to make when you stop this. And the 10 of Wands will come off. I'm picturing these different things. I'm giving you cards I didn't even pull. That tells me a lot. That tells me that you're going to be successful when you move forward with this, because you've already made up your mind. And you're going to be successful with cutting back and moderating. And it's going to make you feel a ton better. It's going to be healthier for you physically, emotionally, mentally. Like, you're reversing the damage already. But the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and that means, like, the Wheel of Fortune, luck's in your favor. It's turning in your favor. So you're spinning the wheel in a new direction, and you're going to change your life. So it speaks to a lot of changes, and this is part of your destiny to, like, get away from this. And it's going to open new doors for you. Because, you know, you do the same old thing for a while, but as soon as you make that one big change, it's like, boom, all of a sudden, all the doors and windows are open to you, and you're getting a breeze, and people are knocking, and just opportunity everywhere. I hope that, you know, you stick with it. Don't give up. Keep up with it. Until the next time, guys. Bye.